Promotional consideration paid for by the following. Yo Joe Outlet, your only source for G.I. Joe weapons and vehicle accessories. Don't have that incomplete Joe any longer. Connect with Yo Joe Outlet Center and complete that figure for an awesome price. Go check them out on eBay at Yo Joe Outlet Center and Facebook Yo Joe Outlet. What is up, guys? Jason up the New 80's Revolution down here in the pit, the G.I. Joe pit. Sitting here in front of the collection thus far. We are about a quarter of the way down the 1985 shelf. And ladies and gentlemen, we are adding 5 more 1985 G.I. Joe figures to the shelf today. That's right, we have not done a G.I. Joe haul video in a few weeks, maybe even a month. I'd have to go back and check, because it's taken me, a month to get more figures to show you. And I didn't want to just do one figure. I wanted to show you a few. So we've got 5. We got 5 to look at today, and they are going to find their home here on the shelf. We are moving along nicely for 1985. We're down to probably, I don't have my notebook, but probably 10 more figures for 1985. However, 2 of them, one of them is astronomical. And one of them is less astronomical, but astronomical nonetheless. That doesn't make any sense, but high-priced. And yet a third is in the $79 range. The one that is redonkulously expensive is Listen and Fun Tripwire. Now, Tripwire we got in 1983, and it was an extremely common figure. We got Tripwire back in 83 for, I don't know, probably $20 complete. So 2 years later, let me make sure he doesn't fall. There we go. 2 years later, in 1985, they put out a gimmicky figure. Tripwire has an orange and red outfit. Comes with all the same accessories as the original. It's the same figure, just repainted. But he came on card with a book and cassette, or probably just a cassette. The toy did not come with a file card. It did. It did come with a file card. It came on. So it didn't come on a standard G.I. Joe card. It came on. I'll show you right here. Right there. There is Listen and Fun Tripwire. So the gimmick was it came with a cassette, and I have no idea what the cassette is. The cassette tape Cobra's Revenge is also considered one of his accessories. Furthermore, this figure was a simple reissue of Tripwire. So we have to get the Tripwire figure and cassette. Not super easy to find and expensive. Figure alone is $100 or more. Figure with cassette is $200 or more. Look, I told you in the beginning that we were going to get as much as we could out of this, and I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it before we move on to 1986. I've got some YouTube money coming. YouTube is, we've been making a lot of videos, and they've been getting some views, and so my monthly earnings have gone up. My monthly earnings have gone from like $21, $22 to $38, $39, $40. So I've actually got $119 coming from YouTube at the end of the month, and I might just put that towards a Listen and Fun Tripwire. Also, what is an expensive one? I'd have to look. There's another expensive figure that Snake Eyes is obviously always expensive. What else? Heavy Metal is an expensive figure, but we'll get him. We'll get him. No fear. Have no fear, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so let's get right into it. Let's get the stands ready. First figure we've got, we're going to have to make a little repair on. When they sent me the air hose, it was massive on airtight. We've got airtight added to the new 80s Revolution 1985 G.I. Joe collection. But take a look at this massive hose. Still hooks up to the weapon, still hooks up to the backpack. They just gave me a hose that I do not believe is Airtight's hose. So, am I going to get stupid and crazy and go hunt down an actual sized hose? No. I'm going to cut this, and it will still attach, because it's hollow, it will still attach to the backpack and to the weapon, and we'll just cut it down to the right size. It is the same material, it is the same hose, it's just bigger. And I'm not going to try to find an actual hose. This is the actual hose. It's just bigger. So we're going to cut it. So we've got a complete Airtight. And before I completed him, I needed this part. This silly little air hose I needed. And so I had to buy that. Cheap. You know, these are only a few bucks. But then you pay, you know, $5 to ship something this small. And I always tell the eBay people, look, just put it in an envelope with a stamp. You know, don't send it priority. Don't put it in a box. Just put it in an envelope with a stamp. You know, 50 cents. No, they won't do that. So anyway, we got Airtight. Airtight is part of the team. He has joined us, and we'll get him on the shelf. I figure we're going to go to about here with these 5 figures, so we're getting there. We're getting there. Next up, we have got Crankcase. He is the striker driver. So here is Crankcase. And usually the drivers don't have lots of accessories, and he came with helmet and weapon. And he is the AWE striker driver. These are all very tight figures, very good condition. So we've got AWE striker driver Crankcase added to the collection. All right, we have another great shape figure, very tight. We have Footloose. Infantry Trooper Footloose with backpack is the new 80s Revolution. He comes with bazooka and an M16. So we have a beautiful, complete Footloose figure. One of my favorite figures and one of my favorite characters. She was part of, I said, that's the clue. She was part of the cartoon right from the start. And I don't know why, but I always kind of liked the female figures as a kid. I liked Baroness. I like Scarlet. And the newest addition to the 1985 shelf, Lady J. Lady J and Duke were quite the team. I believe lovers indeed. Getting down in the dunes. Lady J is complete with weapon, with backpack, and with binoculars. I don't know if those are binoculars. It looks like a video camera for those sultry moments with she and Duke. But she's complete. And she's in good shape. Lady J is the new 80s Revolution. And our final figure for 1985. Let's see, Lady J is covert operations, so that does come with a surveillance camera. So she had the camera. We have something that I just noticed, sadly, is broken. I just noticed that. We have Lamfreeze, the Cobra hydrofoil pilot. He's in fine condition, but the broken part, I did not realize when I purchased it. The gun is missing its strap. The gun has a strap, and it's not on the gun. So we're going to throw this in the garbage and, start all over. No, we're not. It's fine. I'm fine with that. Okay? It doesn't have the strap. The strap must have snapped off. I don't even know if the person selling it knew that there was a strap, but that's okay. We've got Lamfreeze. And he actually sent me a spare O-ring. There was an O-ring included in this. And this figure could use an O-ring. It's not that bad, but he included a free O-ring, which, great, okay, thanks. But no strap on the weapon, and that's okay. We're gonna accept that, and we're gonna move on. It's okay. So we've added 5 more figures to the shelf. Like I told you, I've got a new documentation labeling system here. The white shelf here that I have is thinner than the brown shelves, and so it's harder for me to write the names of the figures right on the shelf, and it ends up being really sloppy and gross. And plus the finish on this is a little bit different, and the ink really doesn't set in. So I'm just labeling with little sticky pieces of paper and kind of cutting them to size, and it's fine. No big deal. We're not going for aesthetics. We're going for the figures here. So 5 more figures added to 1985. As of last night, I have purchased 2 more off of eBay. 2 complete figures off of eBay, and they will be coming in the next week. So we've already added 2 more after today's 5. And 85 might be slow to complete because there's at least 3 figures totaling $300-400. So I'll get them because I that's the fun of this. That's what I'm doing. I'll get them, and we'll have them. Yeah, we'll get them. So that's that. That is the 1985 update. 5 more figures added to collection. 2 on the way, and at least 2 figures that are nasty expensive coming soon. And thanks for hanging out with me. Back to our regularly scheduled program this week and beyond. And I'll talk more about that podcast coming up. Check that out. And we got some horror movie night stuff coming this week and next week, and lots of fun. So thanks for hanging out. Collecting is half the battle. 1985, 5 more down. We're coming up on the end, and then we jump into the beautiful year of 1986. And until then, ladies and gentlemen, good night now.